Okay. Okay. Where is it? There we go. All right. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hardcorn, and we're back one more time, one great other time for action Taimanin. We've got so many things this week that have happened, to say the least, and frankly, we've got to cover lots of stuff. I'm glad everybody's here. I'm glad everybody can make it, because you know it's another Taimanin Saturday. I can already tell it's gonna be a real doozy when I have to go on vacation in like June, and I'll be gone for like 3 weeks. Oh, I'll miss everybody. Well, but don't worry, we'll have plenty of time. That's right, everybody. Make sure everybody's doing their surprise missions, because they released their latest batch of them. So we have complete event story, and we have to play Total War today, because I like to save that for today. Let's see, we have big news. We've got we have Sora's renewal that's going to be coming out in May. So that's going to be a great thing, a great way to start our month off with the Foxy Lady over here. Been gassing her up for years, and it's safe to say that she's certainly had lots of support, to say the least. It's like I said before, this is the same thing they did with Kurenai. They spent so much time building her up. She got story feature. She's gonna get a renewal. She's getting supporter stuff, all things like that, new costumes. It's like that's where it starts. It starts off with the costumes. All the way back at Halloween, Pale-Faced Fox, massive hit, amazing stuff. Well, if it is going the way of the Kurenai, in the sense that Kurenai got her renewal the month before we got Azusa. So if it's going the way I hope it is, that means we're going to be getting Sakuya herself for June. I would certainly hope we do, because that is a character, personally I'm not too keen on Sakuya because she's just a big old jealous baby. I like Sora better because she's the funny foxy lady. But it's like you can't it's like it's a two peas in a pod situation. You can't have one without the other. Because, I mean, we've already had her costume for years. By goodness, it's like it's time for her to come in there in the first place. Also, here's something that I didn't notice until now, because I typically rotate this in per season, is that Fox's Vacation did, the jacket right here, it did not used to be transparent at all. It used to be solid completely. But now it actually is transparent, like in the actual picture itself. So I'm a little confused. It's like I think they've actually gone back and updated these silently in the past. They've done stuff like this before, little small things to adjust. But this one's actually very apparent to me, because it's like I check it out for the most part. They're too much on thin ice to release not another booby monster. I mean, they certainly have a couple to like a couple on deck to use. Because, I mean, they have a thematic reason to actually sit there and do it again. They don't need to delay her anymore. But this week we're going to be spending some time getting Sora leveled up. I got to get her stats training in there too, because I like to use her for like just regular stuff. We need to push her harder. We need to have her ready for when she gets her renewal, so we can actually make her look really good. Like, she's certainly strong, but she needs some help. Something that's always persisted with Sora is the fact that she has like such long recovery on all of her animations. She needs like a half a second just taken off of all of them, and she'll be just much faster. She's already strong enough in the first place. She just needs a little bit more help in that area. Yes. Let's go over to the Twitter side of things, though. We're going to check that out, Rich, because that is some amazing stuff right there. The JP Twitter side has managed to do an amazing thing for us, which is called breaking street date and just posting out what we're going to be getting for the Golden Pass next month. Usually they try to have those beforehand, but yet in this case it doesn't do it. So let's see. So that's there. We need to go to their page. It's like there's Miss Sora herself. We'll check that out in a soon. But first we're going to start off with this. They posted this yesterday, and obviously they can it's obviously pretty easy to, you know, just use the schedule tweet function. You can use that pretty easily for the most part. Like they could have posted this like probably in the middle of next week to show off what the Golden Pass is going to be after rotation. And they posted this like about almost over a week early. So now we got a segment of death over here. It's it's part of the World Tour series. Yeah, it's Golden Week, so a lot of businesses are what is it? A lot of businesses are closed. So I guess they thought, hey, let's go put this over here, and for the most part, get it ready so we can have it done. The scheduling tweet function is exactly for this thing in the first place. Yeah, it would be I don't know. Lapis's is a bit different. I think it's supposed to be like general, just like Christianity themed, while Eleanor's and Astaros are explicitly Egyptian styled. I got a snally. My nose is all clogged up. But then you got me over here. It's like we got segment of death at home, and they got segment of death over here. I don't think it's actually segment in the first place. I think it's probably explicitly like Horus or something. How very fitting. But no, this is gonna be a good one. This is probably gonna be like, ooh, that's gonna move some units to say the least. That's nice. I really like that. I might end up actually getting it myself, because typically the Golden Pass is always such a weird sell for me. It's either very good or it's just not that hot at all. I didn't translate it. Oh, let's go to Giggle Translate. Translate Google. Detect language, Japanese. Because it sure as hell didn't do it in the first place. For May, it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, Dancer of the Sun. So it's gonna be the sun god Horus, not Segment of Death. As much as I enjoy Segment, we can't always get her and everything. But it's really, really good. I'm glad it's certainly a nice teaser for what's to come forward in May, because next week is when we're gonna get the newsletter, and obviously we'll have something for that. But other than that, they also have for this, on May 6th, we're gonna get her renewal. Sora's big renewal is coming. She's gonna get a new weapon. Looks pretty cool to say the least. Why does it always drop the quality when I want to full screen it? 720? Are you serious? Boom. So what exactly has changed with her? Honestly, not too much. Not exactly too much has changed, but we need to take a closer look. That's what today is mostly going to be. We're going to spend some time and take a look at what exactly is changing. So as we can already see, this they probably made her slightly taller. They gave her more booba action, because she's no longer Cunny School. She's grown up a little bit. They probably changed the way her hair looks too, because I'm looking at it between the this monitor and the one that's on stream, and it's like, She no longer looks like the little child she is. She aged up apparently. They're doing it on purpose. I wonder if they'll do that to Sakia as well, because they got like, it didn't look like they changed her ears very much. They made her eyes bigger, and also probably changed the angle of it too. It's a pretty good look. I can only wonder what her gonna be, what her weapon's gonna be, to say the least. I hope it's as like, not game-breakingly strong as Kurenai's, because like Kurenai's is very good, but it takes some understanding to do it with. They gave her a new weapon animation. Let me check that out. That's why we got Sora on deck, to make it easy to look at stuff. Thank goodness they only have like, thank goodness for right now, we only have like, let's go back to the game. Where is... So let's see, let's go look at some of her animations, to say the least. What changed? Oh, you made a set of UR Demon Mags? That's very good. Like, after last week's stream, I went and I think for the last couple of days, I've sat down and just made several more levels invested into my Magatamas, so I can start preparing to send them into URs. Where is it? So it is a brand new animation for her, because this is her old animation, to say the least. And it's like, cool. She now swings it around, to say that she swings it around and all that sort of stuff. She has a much more composed look. I guess it's supposed to give like that air of maturity situation, which is nice. It goes to show that she's grown up as well. You always make her animation so fluid. Like, it's been nearly 3 years since she released, and it's like, she still looks pretty good for the most part. I just really wish that they would have spent more time with like developing her in the story. Because it's, oddly enough, it's like there are a lot of people who really like Sora a lot. Because I always like making mention of this, in the fact that it's like, in the AT Discord, they are like the top 3 people who people have like taken roles for. Like, you have like role selection in the server. You have like Rin is number 1 with like, I don't know, why don't I just go open it now? It's, so Rin herself is number 1 with 752 people who have selected the role. And then second place is Sora with 552. It's like not even close, like between 1 and 2. But it's like Sora is number 2 with 552, and third place is like, I think it's Shiranui. Yeah, it's Shiranui with 505. So it's like, you would think it's, you know, like, oh man, tit cow professionals and everything like that. I mean, yeah, first and third do that, but of all people, Sora to hold her own against overwhelming odds, I guess it's like the world is a lot larger than we certainly seem, because people do really like Sora. They have certainly clamored for her to get like better treatment, to say the least, because certainly it does help to say that like she has been always mechanically good. Yes, she has a little bit of problems with her dodging and like the recovery in her animations, but it's something not impossible that she can't overcome. Let's unmute the game. Where's the English version of this tweet? I want to read the comments again, because I found that one last night and I was like, oh, that's a good one. I like that. There it is. Here's the English version. It's their pinned tweet. Because that one was a nice read, because he's like, because there's one where it's oh, perfect. Here it is. This is good. All right. People want content and not a half-ass renewal where you remove the mouth movement of a character when they talk, or the glossy shit that removes the detail of the outfit and the characters wear, or change the intro of a character to make them look dumb or brainless. There is credence to that, to say the least, because I think obviously the most damning example is Asuka when she changed, and it's like there are a lot of renewals as of late have become less active in terms of like when they appear on a stage or in like in there. But it's like I see where he's coming from on that, and I certainly understand, because with renewals they're either going to fold the character or they're going to make them extremely broken. This one though is like I don't understand it, because Ingrid needs a renewal desperately and much more than anyone else. When will it be her turn? It's like, bruh, Ingrid got hers. Ingrid got hers in the first place, and it was very long ago too. But the thing is, Ingrid got a good one. It worked. It gave her Ignis. That's why people don't complain about it, because it gave her that in the first place. Bro's got 3 comments on there. He's getting ratioed on this one. Next, please. There we go. We'll like that. Live liking. What happened to Felicia? Oh, this is my man right here. This is my man. This is my man right here. He cares about Felicia. Caesar, my man. And when are they going to include the secret guard and the rabbits again? It's still the same shit. Especially since Sora had a good rabbit suit and they had to remove it. Gremory is still in their sights. Oh. Rinko renewal weapon when? Is she any good? She's great. She's pretty good. Oh, dude, right out of Indonesia and everything. Holy shit. Wow. Is it bigger, the whole body? Look at that, we're just reading. We're that kind of stream now. We're just reading tweets. Oh, yeah, with Gouda, I've been on the HN, what is it? The .moe version of it with for Blue Archive General. Because after the stream ended last week is when they started doing the stream for like the half anniversary situation. I went and watched that, and that was fucking awesome. I hate that they do it so late at night, because I would love to do like a live restreaming situation of the stream itself, because it's like, dude, the Shupogaki release was fucking incredible. And then I didn't stay up long enough because I had to go to work later that day. But it's like when I got to work, I saw they released the full version of the Decagrammation promotional video, and I was like, hell fucking yeah, that's great. That's what I like to see. She's got more volume to her. She's a big girl. She's bigger than ever. Sora is the worst character in Action Taimanin. The original Sora without ears and foxtail was much better. Oh no. Oh darn. Sora isn't terrible. She's fucking really good. I'll be the only guy who ever says like, been glazing this bitch for years, saying like she's been good. She is good. She's consistently strong. You just have to be very, very careful. Not so much careful, you have to just be... You have to do a little bit of planning to make sure that you can get the most out of her. I want to change your hair. I love everybody making the Highlander content. It's great. Hikari and Nozomi. You can't say glaze in a Taimanin game. You can't do it. You can't say that. You can't do that. It's terrible. Why are you saying that? Stop. We need to level up Sora a little bit more. So let's spend some time doing that. What do you guys think of Sora's renewal? Do you think it's going to be a good thing for her? Do you think it's going to make a lot of change? Do you think it'll be substantial enough to make anything for that? Heavyco was like fucking dead on arrival. Which kind of sucks because it's like, it's Heavyco. She's such like an important character to like how the game is in the first place. Because it's like she's she's another legacy character. Who certainly does get some love in more than ways than one in RPGX. But it's like, and then you have this sort of situation where it's like nothing has fun. More or less, it's like, if you didn't invest in Sakura, if you didn't put your cash in a Sakura coin, you're not getting a lot out of Heavyco dollars. Your Heavyco dollars just ain't working out for you. Because the thing with Heavyco is that she's fucking invincible, but she's also not dealing any damage. So it takes like a considerable like amount of effort to get anything done. Spider Queen 100 is just a test of how much, if you need to find a place where you can get penetration is what I'm gonna say. Which is why I recommend Kurenai once again, because Kurenai is extremely brain dead, and you don't have to bring penetration in the form of supporters. You bring penetration in the form of just having Kurenai just use her weapon skill all the time. Are you talking about like the 15-second poison, the poison web, or about the one with where she does the big AoE cone in front of her? Because the cone itself is like really easy to dodge, at least if you're the player. In terms of like actually doing it for the AI, is it different? Oh, that one. You must have gotten like a high roll on the AoE blast itself, because since poison scales with how much damage is dealt initially, she probably crit or something like that, and it causes the bleed tick to do much more damage. Because I hate to say it, it's mostly just like that was unlucky there, because Spider Queen is so slow and bloated that it's if anything does happen, you'll die to bleed ticks or anything else. I'm Die, thank you forever. Is Anna Winchester fun? Yeah, she's one of the most fun characters in the game, because she's literally built for speed, and that's it. She hits super hard and super fast, which is why she's one of the mainstays of Time Attack for all these years. Because her skills move her, she crits hard and she crits fast. She has lots of AoE. But she's so reliant on her critting because she's effectively supposed to be ranged Sakura. Hola there, Darth Neo. It's good to see you. Good to see everybody. Oh yeah, what was the collab that they got in RPGX? Because I saw that recently. It's like, ooh, cool, they got something going on there. Come on, when's the Blue Archive collab? I want to see that. Senseis in danger of a good time. You're missing Ingrid, Noah, Felicia, Ina, and Francis, and Saika. It's hard for me to recommend any of those characters except for Ingrid, because I like Ingrid a lot. I'm extremely biased towards Ingrid, but the thing is with Ingrid, if you're not playing Ignis, you're kind of just weighted. You're playing criticals, and it's hard to say the least. I don't know. Try Sue out, because Sue herself certainly has a lot of cool things going on there, even if she isn't exactly the strongest. Saika, though, is like a pure damage dealer. Like, she's just straight up DPS, like made for kicking ass. But that's just it, though. If she's not running green, she won't be able to heal herself. And her green skill is like one of the most dangerous things she has, because she just gets caught out all the time. Oh, it's an Alisoft collaboration. Okay. Dude, do we get a rant costume for Fuma and everything like that? Cause that would be pretty fucking epic. So epic. Oh my god. Do they have does RPGX still have the bug where it's like you can't even play it at all for the most part? Like it's just stuck there on a broken menu or something like that? That's like Saika's biggest problem, is that she's like Ingrid in that she's a pure DPS. So you really feel weakness when you're not strong enough to what you're contending up against. Because because both of those characters are designed inherently to just like bowl over whatever they're facing. If they're not doing that, then you're just not gonna play the character. You're not gonna get the most out of the character in the first place. Well, I hope the JP players keep complaining about it then, because they're the ones that they listen to. Today might be a good day to actually go get Sora to 87. We'll spend today's stream doing that. What do we need for on that? We need, it's like 8, 10, 12, which is 20 something? Do I have more of these? She needs green. Should have made more of those. I mean, itself with like the Hell Knight Ingrid movie, well, at least that series, it's like it's effectively a spin-off of Taimanin and Murasaki in the first place. It's like its own little thing, because it's like in the actual Taimanin and Murasaki visual novel situation, it's a little bit different. Dang, I'm down to 40. I'll need to make more. Oh, you know what's a really good thing about the latest Blue Archive stream? Not only did they give like, oh great, we've got brand new resources coming, and obviously we got, you know, Shupogakis with Aoba. We get new Blue Archive music. They released it the same day. I got my copy, and it's we already added it now to the playlist. There are now 7 volumes for the Blue Archive original soundtrack. It literally takes up like 1/3 of the entire playlist. It's pretty great. Gotta love me some Blue Archive, because it's all the Shanghai Jing situation stuff. I actually need to find the recorder version of that one song, because that's gonna blow out my fucking ears when it plays. It's Rendezvous. Rendezvous, the recorder cover. We need Dancer Asagi. We need Christmas Asagi. We need a repeat of Christmas Asagi. Can we bring that back? Can we bring another Kagami classic? We need to go to Activity Especial. Go to a crapping facility. So we have 11. We need like 30 of these. I should have made more. 6 hours. Just do that. That's what these are for in the first place. Well, the thing is with those character unlock coupons, Ingrid is like one of the earliest characters we've gotten in the entire game. So it's like it's an inevitability that you'll be able to get her. It's like her and Kiara are like, they're tight with that sort of thing. Like you'll almost always be able to pick them up in the first place. Well, not so much Avalon. We're working on Sora today, so we can make a pretty astute comparison between of like what's gonna change when Sora gets her renewal in like 2 weeks. Well, Francis was also released within the last year, so it's like it's gonna take like we're probably not until like 5th anniversary they're going to give us the ability to even pick her out of there. And even then, it would be such a hard sell for people to say like, yeah, I want to go use Francis. Because the moment anybody goes like they're gonna look for information about Francis, they're just gonna find out like, oh man, she isn't as good as she looks. Because she looks great, but plays like a dying animal, which is like the worst part about it. Well, I mean, Frances herself, in terms of like things getting tweaked, is like she needs to do more damage inherently. Because it's like, even like if like, wow, we're doing a 206,000 damage crit on like event enemies, that's something that happens like it's insanely weak. Yeah, her limited weapon like does all of the fixing. It gives her more stacks. It lets her be more aggressive. It doesn't help her with healing, so she has to have somebody else do that. But it's like why? Why is this shit here in the first place? fucking Toke 9 train. I love it. That's true. I don't know whatever they're going to do because I don't work there. Granted, in some cases, I'm glad I don't work there. Fucking Nagis, am I right? She's over there just sneaking up behind us, running up on a motherfucker and just saying, hey, what's up, dude? And just blowing your ass away with, like, the big sword beam strikes. It's like, oh, yeah. Classic Nagi right there. Wow. Sora's footsteps actually match the beat of the song. I think she's actually just like a little bit slower, but... You beat Torment Greg? Dude, it's like I'm over here with like fight. I don't have enough units to get the most out of Greg in the first place. Like, I don't have mine. I obviously don't have fucking Idol Mary. I don't have Dress Hina. Well, I just borrow a Hina in the first place. I guess there's no way that I have that. Because I think she's about to get rerun in the first place. And obviously, it's like Shun in PvP. It's like you need her to have human rights. Like, I think I ended up, like, I think I was playing, like, hardcore Greg. But it was, like, when I was playing on him, I was, like, I timed out once. So I had to get out my blue team to go clean up. I should have used my Armored Hoshino as my main tank for the initial attempt. Because Hime herself does not do a whole lot in terms of pushing down the organ to actually get the buffs going. Like, or at least flipping the buffs. No, flipping the debuffs, and that's it to him. Well, I don't have Nagisa, that's for sure. I do actually like in her, her event that they had recently for her is they have an explicitly a Ferris Bueller's Day Off reference. I'm like, who is this for? Like when she's sitting there with like her art exhibition and she's talking all about like, oh my god, it's like you're a I love sweet rolls. I love sweet rolls. Yippee! That's her whole painting exhibition and everything, because we have to like it because she's Nagisa. You know, I wonder what they're going to change with Sora's renewal. In terms of at least of like animations, because they have because that's something that they've always done as of late, is that they went and changed the introductory animation like this in the victory pose. Because there's one thing I've not been a fan of with Sora's, is that she has like the double eye close thing, like she's a lizard or something. It's like, girl, you don't need to do that. You're being crazy. You're being crazy. Because for the most part with her, it's just like, what is this trying to accomplish? Tsubaki, Nagisa, and Serena. It's like, wow. Thanks, Nagisa. Thanks for being meta required again. It's like, oh, you don't need Nagisa, but it's also like you need Nagisa too. Fuck that shit. Dudes out here with 100 affinity Nagisas. It's like, forget about it. Though I'm gonna be Mr. 100 affinity Rio in the first like 3 weeks. Been saving my gifts like I've been saving up stacks of cash for this vacation. If I have to borrow her, I can't use my fucking dress Hina, can I? Or better yet, can I borrow 2 people at once? Is that a thing? Lilith will always be the worst of the two. Because it's like, I mean, they're like the dynamic duo. But it's like, it is so ass to fight her. Because not only does like the projectile reverse your direction, it also does that amazing thing of dealing really high damage too at the same time. Can you believe it? Because I sure as hell can't. You can clear extreme. Well, if anything, it's like, because of the way Greg works and the fact that you just do debuff stacking, like you need about like, what, 5 to 7 of them in the first place, and then you just flip the script with the organ. That's probably why you can do it with so many people for the most part. Because it's like, I think there's like a Midori setup too, where it's like since she gets, like, it's a composition that also requires like a lot of that requires like a certain setup to get all the debuff stacking together, and then you just like do EX spam with her and just go absolutely crazy. And the thing is too, it's like when we saw on stream for that, it's like there's they made sure to show off that like, oh, we have Greg over here in English side right now. And then it's like we get over to like, I think it's not cheesed or something like that, or it's like, it's the new boss that they showed off, and it works like a similar situation to Greg, except you can't do like debuff tricking or something like that, where you get to do double damage. It feels like I'm playing Grand Blue Fantasy again, like I'm always behind on my units or whatever, and I don't have the setups required. The best part about Sora, you don't even need to touch the enemies. You just have to get close enough to them. You just let her very simplistic rainbow setup go to work. She'll just clean up everything. Because it's like, she's really nice on Spider and machines, because she's just able to sit there and like, okay, I'm just going to consistently keep attacking from like a distance and just grind everybody down. I can't think of right now if there's any characters that have a similar large AoE attack like this. Because like Celestial Fox is the only thing that really keeps Sora like relevant in the eyes of people, besides, you know, being mistreated and everything like that. Well, I mean, in the sense, it's like you activate it like in a situation with Sora, where you use Celestial Fox, and it's like it's a gigantic chasing laser beam that just deals damage to an entire crowd. Like whatever target changes, like whenever the target dies, it just changes to the next one, and it's still hitting the whole group at the same time. Like it's just a huge utility feature and everything like that. Like it doesn't matter if they're close or far away, the attack just comes over and just rains down on it. Nagi though is just like professionally ridiculous. Because it's like, how crazy is it in the fact that she just goes and like, okay, I'm just gonna have like a gigantic piercing projectile. Because like, here's the thing though, Asuka has the same thing, except it does less damage, but it's faster. But then Nagi has the like massive benefit in the fact that it's like it holds her still, so she can just like bait enemies with it. Like it's just this like absolute calamity of like it's really good to use as a player, but it's like it's awful to fight against because you get to see just you get to understand why it's so powerful. I mean, it's not to say it's safe to say that they know it's annoying too, because it's like when we go to floor 110, they bring back the they bring it back in the first place. Like you get to fight Super Nagi, who has like 45 million health. No, I don't think she has like 45 million health. She has like probably it's like 30 something, but it's still a lot. Would they even have the gall to actually put out there? It's like, oh, dude, we're gonna have Ragnarok. We're gonna fight her. Well, even for veteran players, she sucks. Because it's like every time that you try to do anything when you try to face Nagi, you have to deal with the projectile that it persists for a long time. It can catch, it catches you out of dashes, and it's a piercing, so you can't like really hide behind stuff or in between enemies. And Nagi just has to be like really, really far away for the most part. Because like you can't get close to Nagi because she'll just use the attack, and then when you're far away from her, she'll just do the same thing. And since there's so many characters without armor in the first place, she's able to tag somebody from like 20 miles away, and you're just kind of screwed for the most part, which is the absolute worst part about it. Is like you can't, if you try to play, you know, you're trying to outrange her or something, you can't do it. Especially in a place like this, where her attack takes up like 2/3 of the length of the room, it makes it super hard. Avalon, you have to quit that. None of that matters. You both accomplished the goal. Damn it, again with this shit. Come on, Nagi, you're fucking my shit up. Let's try something out different with Sora, because obviously since this is a close quarter situation, this is a really good time to show off Yudachi. Yudachi is a skill nobody ever talks about anymore because it's her crit modifier skill, and it allows her to just zip around. Because it lets her just like zip it back and forth and just fight enemies from a distance. Because this is not armored, sadly, but it's like we're able to just keep moving around, to say the least, which is important with Sora herself. I really hope they just manage to like clean up some of her animations to like help some of her recovery out, because they really don't like, she does not need to be like sitting there just totally screwed over most of the time because of this. It's like this is speed boost. There it is, the penetration special. The Toot Penetration Express. Typically on Francis, I try to run... I'm going to run Revolving Bat, all the copies I've gotten for it, because it's really the only way to play her. Like, I have the dash slash skill, the double dash skill, and one other thing. I forget what it's called. Oh, it's the one that has like the finisher that lets her get the a stack of Tipsy on each usage. You know, the more that I think about it when we use Sora is the fact that if they're going to change anything, they're going to add new effects on her skills. They're going to make them a lot more flashy in the first place. Because Yudachi itself fires off a single thin projectile. It's a similar situation to, what's it called? Like Tokiko's skills. Whenever she'd use like clairvoyance or something and she'd fire off the kunai and everything, those items would just, they were very thin and small projectiles. Yudachi over here is like, it's the size of a needle. And it's just like, you know, blasting through whatever she's getting in her way. Because it's honestly, like, for the most part, where it shows off Sora's shortcomings is in a close quarter situation like this. Like, it's also hard to explain what's going on with Yudachi, since it's like, whenever she attacks with it, she's like, it's a piercing projectile, so it'll just go through enemies. And you can modify how it moves. Like, so you can either advance or escape an enemy while still dealing damage to them. I really wish this was like her, like her other skill that allows her to do that. Like it changes targets on kill, but it's also like it's a tough usage to say the least. Okay. So let's go level her up. We need 8 of these. Like probably over the last like I think 3 years, they've really just increased the ability for you to get like the crystal kits. Because like over time, it's like, you know, you can easily just hoard them, and you can get them from VR so easily. I think you can get like what 5 a week from them. The coins is what's going to end up holding me back. Let's level up the little lady. You go, Sora. You go, baby girl. Damn, it got cold again. It was like earlier this week, it was in like the 70s or something. Now we're back down in the 60s. I can hardly believe it, to say the least. It's like, man, keep the warm weather. Did you fucking see that? He came in with a fucking grainy overhead throw over there and just knocked Sora in the head with it. It's like, what is this man doing? Bro's out here thinking he's LeBron. Like, what the fuck was that? You know, I've certainly wondered something because, you know, Blue Archive itself is having their half anniversary situation, and of course, I think Nikki itself is having their half anniversary as well. What would you guys think if Action Taimanin did something like that? Like they had like every 6 months they'd have some sort of like engagement thing or whatever. But it obviously works for other brands. Do you think Action Taimanin could benefit from something like that? Because it's like it does bring in a lot of traffic and a lot of eyes to the to said franchise, and it'd also be a really nice time for like, oh, they're just giving out free resources and everything like that. Because it makes you wonder, like they certainly need to change their monetization, not monetization, but it's like how they approach certain situations, because being able to have like people come back instead of once a year because they know rolls are coming or something, and you're able to get something free or nice out of it. Because we have like our surprise mission or something. It's like it gives us like the 10 coins. It's like, yeah, we can roll a Demonite or a Nano Machine, but it's also it's a 1 in 200 chance to get it. which is kind of bad. Because then it also, I think it also competes itself against, like a Demonite competes against a Nano Machine. So it's almost like a 1 in 400 to get it. Oh, it's lagging again. Of course it is. Of course it just starts out and lags like that again. Well, I can certainly already tell that they need to improve the projectile speed of Yudachi, because it's like if the enemy isn't within like spitting distance of her, they can actually walk out of the projectile. That's probably why when they did the video for her promotional stuff all those years ago when they showed it off, they tried to use it as close as possible, because the further you get away from the enemy, the less it wants to work. Well, that's also the thing, Darth Neo. If they had like half anniversary situation, so effectively every 6 months they have some sort of event that, like, you know, Taimanin 4.5 anniversary, woo! Get your free shit, baby. Character voucher, get caught up. Resources, get yourself stronger. Tickets, get yourself something nice. Though I would more than likely probably see somebody complain at some point. It's like, oh my god, it's like they're diminishing all my hard work. What is it? It's a time and effort posting. That's it. It's like, I spent so much time and so much effort on this account. And you're just diminishing my work by giving everybody these vouchers. It's so awful. Oh, the pain. 83. Good job, Sora. Let the gift horse in the fucking ass. That's to say the least. What's so weird about Francis's frenzy mode? It's not good? No way. No, yeah, that's the thing. That's the whole thing there, Darth Neo, is that they don't do it enough. Oh, 3 golden week coins. Let's see. She's 83 now. We need 10. We need 2 more. We're gonna need 1 more from that. More than anything, we need some money. I gotta dip into the account. There we go. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's only April. But I'd put that in there because it's a good remix for Jingle Bells. It's Christmas for. Oh, that's right. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm sure everybody's heard that a good old Punishing Gray Raven was gonna have a collaboration with Devil May Cry. Well, they showed off the little promotional video for it. I think it's this morning, and it gets to show off what they look like in terms of gameplay. And it's boy howdy, is it insane. They are insane to say the least. Because like everybody is like, when they did the Virgil promotional video, when they put out DMC5 Special Edition, they got to see the funny Virgil combo where they did that. It's like, yes, and it's really, really cool because they did that for Virgil. Everybody's seen the video where he ends it with Judgment Cut End, and it's like, you're not worthy as my opponent. And it's like the approaching storm funny man blows him up. And it's like, whoa, whoa, pog moments everywhere. But then what interested me though is like, yeah, we've seen the combo. They did this for Dante. It's a completely unique situation too. Like they showed off SDT combos. They showed him off using obviously Rebellion. And they use everything like that. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And it's like, it's fucking sick. Because he ends it with quadruple S. I was like, holy fucking shit. Nobody ever uses that in like the promotional content for it because you're supposed to find it out for yourself, what quadruple S does. And whenever you use quadruple S, it was like, it's super cool. So when I saw it at the end, it's like he's doing the big SDT stuff where they do like the combo, but then he activates quadruple S. I'm like, no fucking way. Ain't no way. That is honestly insane. Virgil's gonna be gotcha? Are you serious? No. No. This can't be. I mean, I understand that they want to do that because bro is literally just alpha 2. He's just like even better alpha. Because I'm sure, no, what are we doing for Mirabelle? It's like, I'm sure everybody's seen the wonderful videos about punishing Grey Raven where they show off the fact that it's like hitless, no damage, no miss, alpha, clear on like twins or something like that. It's like, holy doobie. Because like the only problem that I really have with punishing Grey Raven is that there's not a lot to do. It feels incredible to play, but there isn't a lot to do. Because it's like, this is not that great. It's like it feels awesome, but it's like, I'm wanting more. Because the mechanical experience is there, but it's like I'm missing something to drive me harder. Because most of my stuff is, most of your, like, when you see people using those like extremely powerful characters, like maximum level alpha and everything like that, it's like, it's triple S plus. Which means they've gotten like all their equipment, all their stuff. It's like, yes, it's good for showing off to new players and making them want to go play the game for it. But it's also like, then you actually get in there in the first place and you got to start from ground zero. So you get like, what do they call that? Delusions of grandeur. So it's like, it's a bit of a rough play, but it certainly is worth the effort. It's just that when you leave, you come back and also not too much has changed. I think they do like a UI revamp every like 6 months or something. So we got DT Virgil. Do we get to have like SDT Dante too? Because that would be really cool to actually go have like Dante from that to go fight him as well. Because like in the special edition we get to fight Dante, and that's a really fun fight. That's actually like one of the oldest videos I have on this channel in the first place, is like just a regular old playthrough of Devil May Cry 5 with Virgil. I want to do that again. I want to actually sit down and try that again, because like playing Virgil is like, it's such an exhilarating experience. Whether it's like regular, whether it's like what? Well, I don't know. Virgil in 3 is like, it's very good, but it's also like, it feels very it's very limited for the most part. Because it's like 5 is like honestly the peak of the combat, because you have like all the modifiers on all the moves, and you can have a lot of freedom to do what you want. It feels good. It's another situation, like the game feels good, but it looks bad. Like I kind of don't like the visual direction they went with in the series. It's just not, it's not my cup of tea. Good, I'm not so much concerned about that, because I have a lot of like past packages as well that I can still use, so it's not like a big deal. Look at that last possible second. Sora kills the enemy and destroys the projectile. Couldn't even touch her. I'll have 287 characters within a month. It's like, it's such an insane thing for me, because I don't usually like to going to 87 unless it's people like I really care about, because going to from 81 to 87 is such like a massive drag on resources. It's effectively like double the cost from going from 75 to 81, and even back then that was a manageable expense. Like, I mean, you guys see it. It's like most of the characters, when I get them, they stay at 81. That means they have access to all their skills, and they get the awakening points out of it too. So it's like they're like, you can do like a whole bunch of content at 81. 87 is just like the icing on the cake for a lot of characters. I can only imagine when they start going to like, what are we, 87? They go in segments of 6, so it's 75, 81, 87, 93, and then 99. What a weird situation. Dude, Miss Senbone Zakura is not clunky, okay? She is not clunky. She's good. She's great even. She's awesome. Bro, you're just not using her correctly. I'm just gonna have to waggle my finger and say, get good, bro. You're gonna have to just get good. Let's see. At a 1-5 butterfly weapon is a 10% speed modifier, so it's still enough to like help her feel good, but it's like you exactly need it. But it's with Sora, wow. With Lena, you need to learn how to like cut in using her her big slash explosion with the petals and everything, and then giving defense down and applying defense down in like more than one way. Because where she really excels is softening up enemies. She's really, really good at that. Because she can have 3 forms of defense down on somebody and just blow down their armor. Because she's like a death by 1,000 cuts situation. What do you have, Sora? 12, 16. Ugh. All right, 12. Nope. Oh yeah. Oh, for general farming, that's a bit different because it's like hard content for Lena is like that is where she excels. She has like a really high damage. What is it? She has her healing is based off of group AOE damage, so it like kind of falters in terms of like in a 1v1 situation. But then you have like all the defense shreds she has, and then she has so many hits on everything you can actually play it with her like on for white feather setups. Oops. We're missing 6. I should have made more. I know. We'll do the meme strategy. I need 6, so I need to make 2. $21. Disgusting. Time scaling for like the speed up thingies that like those are just like insane. Because it's like you can use it for like the 12-hour ones and it only takes up like 200. But if you use it on something low, it's like, oh, terrible. Well, of course it doesn't feel good because the mooks are like, they outnumber you by so much that they're just going to sit there and just like beat you to pieces and they're going to interrupt your basic string. It's probably why people just like really like the range characters because they don't have to deal with that in the first place. Like if someone runs up on Sora, she just goes away and guns them down. It's the same thing with like Aina or something. And then you have characters like, shit, we forgot. It's like then we have someone like Rin whose basic attack string is extremely long, does a lot of damage, but the only way to make good use out of it is to not hit anybody with the first 2 attacks and use like the 3rd, 4th, and 5th hits to actually do anything with it because it takes so long to do. I don't want to have to plan for that. That's fucking terrible. That sucks ass. You're just running like a lawnmower. That's also in the fact that it's like Azus, they think a little bit harder nowadays with not ranged melee characters because now the characters effectively have to have like Odachi distance on all of their attacks so they can just cut in on a boss or an enemy that's like stronger than them because Rin has this problem. It's something that I have addressed multiple times, but people have just found ways to get around it because, well, typically you don't even use Rin for like her basic string. You use it for her skills because they're so strong. Well, of course, this is the game where we get to show off Avalon that these girls actually have strength and skill potential. Well, yeah, it's fun because it just like she gets to sit there with like Azusa and just go to town on everything. You can stack so much speed in the first place with Azusa that she just flies off the screen and you actually can't hit anything. It's honestly quite incredible. Oh, there she is. She's laughing at us. She's a little prankster, a little jokester even. Take that, Nagi. Urgh, you bad bitch. I'm gonna be Nagi's greatest hater. Where are you saying the supporter formations? Yeah, like I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago when we were having like the conversation about limited supporters and the whatchamacallits, the supporter formations. All the really like useful stuff is locked behind limited supporter related functions. So it's like anytime that they give us like a limited supporter now, that's not explicitly like one from within the last like 2 years. If they give you a bunch of like ways to get old supporters, it's just like just take it to get the old ones so you can get the extended functionality. Because it's like I think all 3 speed boosters in every color are require limited supporters. The attack bonus ones, and the critical damage runs require it too. Shazoom. Are you talking about where it's like you have the thing where you are doing an attack or doing some sort of motion and then you fall through the floor, or you like fall through a wall or something? Because that's happened before to me a couple of times where it's like a character is moving through the air and they just like they clip through the floor and they just go to the next universe or something. I don't know. Because I've had that happen with Murasaki a couple of times where it's like there's changes in like level geometry or something and she does an attack, goes into like flying state or something, and then just like falls through the ground. It's really weird. Nagi, please. Sudden onsen disaster? Wow. I mean, honestly, I don't use library girls very much. Like, sure, it gives me damage to all, but it's like, I don't really have a use for it. Like, if I can't think of anything to use for like that specific situation, I'll probably go to library girls. But it's like, for machines, I want the one with the Tekkane sisters. With demons, I want something that does more damage to demons. Or if it's like specifically related to, I want to use Spinel for something, I'm gonna go use the one that boosts suppress characters crit rate or something. It's like I just like obviously the end all be all answer we've said for years is library girls, because yes, it's good, it's very good in fact, because of that, because you can just put it into like any situation you want and you'll probably just come out on top because it's free damage. And even then, they just made it easier to get library girls in the first place, which is very, very good. Oh, the Inage event. I think that was like, let's see, Inage released in October. I think that was like what, August, September for the most part. It was fairly recent. Ooh, she has like 50. No, she's at 40k right now. She's at Warhammer 40,000 even. Because I think it's like what Mad Wood Art Scientist is Hanasaki Yozora and like one other supporter. And I think that's just like crit rate boost for the most part. It's nothing special. I mean, that's effectively how they reward people for playing longer and just slowly accumulating everything. It's like, oh, congratulations, now you have like double attack and double HP. Good job. You hoarded things. Oh, finally crit. God damn. Yeah, you have to play the event a lot. Like if you want all 10 boxes cleared, it's like, I want to say it's 18,100 coins, 18,100 tickets to go clear from box 1 to box 10. And then it's and then after that it's 1,500 apiece. But then there's also the fact that it's like, if you don't want to do that and just like clear every box, there's what do you call it? You could probably use about like 60% of that. So I want to say about, let's see, it's half and 18 is 9. So probably like 10, 11,000. Well, for me, there's a lot of point in clearing the boxes. It's the fact that, one, it takes longer to do, so I can do this on stream. That's a logistical thing. And two, it gives me resources, so I don't have to farm them. Because it gives me resources for when I have to go level up the club and go build stuff. Though that's also behavior from when I used to play Grand Blue Fantasy, where it's a very good idea to clear every single box possible because you get so many nice rewards from doing it. Of course it yields more. It's designed to do that. It has such higher benefit in the first place. Like, you do this for like a week. Like I do this for like 1 week, and then it covers me up for like 4 days. I still have to go over like once a month to like a farming stage and just do it from there. But it's also a factor of like, I want to level up Sora more today, and obviously the boost for doing more stages at once is on events, so it's a times 17, which gives me like 3,800 in terms of like AP each time. The bonus out of this is strictly for the resources that I get out of it is strictly for that. Because like last week, after I used like, I think I started out with like 5,000 SR materials in terms of like re-rolling for set effects, not set effects, but like effects on my Magatamas. I got down all the way down to like 900 after like a couple of hours of doing it. Like over the course of several days. I'm still not even done with it either. So I had to go over there to like machine day and farm it out. Atheist on the Highway. Such a good song from Wang and Midnight. Oh yeah, it's on right now. You play 50 event missions, and you go get yourself a wonderful little what do you call it? I want to say they're the little Golden Week coins. I almost want to just keep one of them around because I like the way those look. Like it's I think it's a brand new asset for the most part that they created specifically for this, because we didn't have anything like this last year from what I remember. Like we had the rolls, but I didn't think we had like the coin. Well, here's the thing though. Like the weapon that they gave for Rin herself is like it's the best in slot situation. If you miss even a single copy, you're kind of screwing yourself out of it. Because it like what? It's it ends up like if it's a 3-5, it gives like 50 something% more damage to her completely. And then you max it out at 5, it's 60%. Which is honestly crazy to say the least. It's like, alright, we're not going to give her renewal, but we're going to give her, like, her busted-ass super weapon. Crazy shit. Like, even at a 1-5 copy, it manages to surpass a leveled-up weapon. It boosts her blue skill? Ain't no way, bro. Because we literally did that, like, 2 weeks ago. In the fact that it's like, okay, we compared it against a 5-5 plus 10 gacha weapon, and then it's like, and then we did the same with her weapon at 1-5, no enchantments at 60, and it did 30% more damage. There are no mags on it or anything like that. It's fucking great. That too. I think I did mention that because she was able to crit more, so that's where the 30% would become. Maybe that's the 30% where it comes from. Oh no. Oh no, it's suddenly becoming ass again because we're getting corrected. Damn. Because your blue skill is nothing really that much home to write about. Never really has been. Because it's like what gives global crit, because it's like that skill itself is a 250 crit modifier. Does it even have natural suction? No, it does. It has natural suction, but it can't inflict electrocute. It should. Rin is in a bit of a strange place in terms of her like where she is. Because she's very much so physically strong, but I wish they didn't have to limit electrocute to like 3 things and that's it. Because it's weird, because it's, you know, electrocute's actually a really strong debuff. I think it's like, it's a pretty solid % defense down, and it also gives damage over time. So it's like it's nice to have because it's a unique defense too. It's a unique modifier as well, so you can stack it with other stuff. But it's like it only applies with like 3 things. Kind of doesn't make you want to use it. Because typically, I think when people use Rin, they like her big AOE explosions. Like it's like Volt something and like I don't remember what it is. It's like Volt. It's the one where you hold dodge and the one where you hold attack during her basic string. You use both of those because they hit a lot and do a lot of damage. Because anything else other than that, it's like, okay, very lacking. I mean, that's how it feels for the most part. It's like her blue skill becomes huge. Okay, that's good. It becomes big. I don't see it. I don't use Rin very much, so this doesn't really do anything for me. It's like I understand. It's like it grows larger. Supposedly will do more damage to it. And then it has its crit modifier behind it, and then she has a global crit as well. So it's like it only takes her so far. I'm like, alright, if I'm going to use somebody in blue for that, I'm going to use probably Eleanor because she stays away from enemies. And she has the power dunk where she goes in and sucks all the enemies up, and then she can lead it into Maelstrom, which is also global suction as well. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I just don't know. It's like taking the wind out of my sails with that one. It's like global damage. All right, that's great. Only works on that? No, that sucks ass. Because that's what the one thing I was kind of afraid of when they were doing that. It's like, okay, it's 30, it's like, I guess this is like a reading the card explains the card situation. It's like, oh, because it's like they didn't do what they usually do for that in terms of, what do they call it? How they list information on the weapon itself. It's like they didn't do their proper separation for it. Oh well. I would most likely not be using this in the first place. Oh, that's where that song comes from. Okay. I was wondering what that song that they would just like play every once in a while during cook-off would be, and it's the Gauntlet. Very cool. I'm sure it will work for other people, but it won't work for me. At least it's like great. Now it actually has been seen to just only affects that skill. Awesome. Like I don't use it. I don't use it. It works for other people, but just not for me then. What else? So in terms of other things for this game, it's like every time that every week they do a VR change or whatever, there's always like a couple of people who like have managed to get astronomically low times, and it's like impossible to see for the most part. It's like, because I think what for this week in VR it's spiders, so if you're able to clear it in like 7 seconds, which is like, how would you even do that in the first place? I always wonder, that's like, how do you do that? What kind of cheats are they even going for in terms of like doing that in the first place? Do they just have someone deal like 150 million damage per hit, and they just blow up the boss or something? Because they still have to like spawn in every wave. They just wait until their hacks update like every Thursday or something, and it has like instant wave spawn or something like that, so the mission clears within seconds. Because it's like, I could not imagine something like that. Because I actually I sent an email, I think last week, and I asked like, okay, can you guys describe, like Mr. Gremory, can you describe how penetration works or something like that? Like in terms of like a mathematical formula or whatever. I kind of was like on the fence about in the first place, asking whether or not I want to send like, can you send a mathematical formula about how defense down and penetration interact with each other, and it's like, oops, sorry, no can do, buddy, you can't, we can't say that, you gotta preserve the situation of the game. I'm like, fucking shit, never gonna get an answer for that. I just really hate how vague penetration is, because it's like, if we can figure out how it works, that's one thing, but it's like, we can explain penetration, and then we have like, how does it interact with defense? What does it even mean? Is it like, oh, is penetration a multiplicative situation where it takes off, like it shaves off the top, and then they have a defense down calculation as well, so they can go even further? I'm like, where are you at, bro? What is this? That's what I hate so much, because it's like, why? Why do I have to keep fucking guessing about like how something in this game works? Because it always feels like shooting in the dark about something like that. It's like, what does this even mean? Because, I mean, they probably have to keep it intentionally vague. But it's like, to preserve... What did the email say again? I forget. It was something like along the lines of... As like, if I probably said it in a different way, they'd respond differently. There we go. The statistics formula and explanation you have requested are heavily classified regarding development and cannot be disclosed following principle. We are sorry to tell you that it's prohibited to show the specifics for a better and more stable service. You have got to be shitting me. I knew I shouldn't have asked for like the mathematical calculation, but it's like, this is so ass. Like, I hate it. It's like, why? This is why you fucking lose to shit like Zenless or something like that. Because they're transparent about their interactions with these things in the first place. What does she have this week? Okay. This is why that shit happens. Like, what are they gonna do with that in the first place? How is penetration calculated? Okay. Like, the most powerful penetration we have in the game currently is Kurenai's infrared skill, where it is 100% penetration when she activates 3 stacks. If that is 100% removal of enemy armor, and then you have the defense down calculation, so it does like 4 million damage every time it happens, regardless of level. It's like, what does this even mean? Where are we at? I hate it. I really do. Is it so hard to just describe penetration does this? Doesn't mean a fucking thing. Let's see. Damage to all. I want her to live. You could actually get a critting situation out of this. Suppress. Okay, good. I wonder how much of a difference that could make. Let's change your clothes. Go inside, partner. There's a new sheriff in town. Hiya! Alright, let's try critical rate. Let's try critical damage. I think that's a thing. It's speed. There it is. Intruders of the Ghost Mansion. How did armor penetration work in WoW then, Jeff? That's a good way of thinking about it. What new problems did armor penetration, and then describing how it was, bring to the table? Because that could certainly be a nice lessons in game development. Go, go, gadget. Blow them the fuck up. Oops, that's it's copyright music. We can't get rid of that. Like there's a behind the scenes thing for sure. It's like sometimes I go back and like see like what has happened to my streams and like after the few days, if there's any copyright claims for it. I keep finding out like certain like companies keep striking my stuff for some reason. I'm like, why do you keep doing that for? And it's like, oh, that's because it's some weird song that gets like instantly copyright struck for some reason. I'm like, why? What are you doing that for? Don't do that. I'm just a little guy. I'm trying to have fun here. No. Yes. Okay. Hit Tokiko. That's good. Yes. Yes. Destroy them. Destroy them all. Ooh, nice. A 54k out of that, baby. Ooh, yeah. Who doggy. Dang. So, wow, that actually... that made quite the difference, actually. That was really good, actually. That was good. That was nice. I also improved a lot of the Magatamas that Spinel uses. So it lets her squeeze out a bit more damage. That was actually on like a base level run too, which was good. I wonder if I can like replace this fourth one because it's it had low rolls. Because this one I think like you guys tried to get it above 2.5. It's like it's not happening. I probably need to keep this set on the Wicked Star one because it's specifically going to be that one. Like these four are probably going to be heading to like this one for sure is going straight to UR. Because there's a few things I've been wanting to talk about with Magatamas for a long time. Because that's one of those things where people like, there's a lot of questions, like even to this day, about Magatamas. Because it's like, it's a pretty neglected subject from what I can see. Because whenever I see people ask questions about like, about the game itself, like one of the first things like we always go to end up being like, okay, what do you got for weapons? What do you got for supporters? All that sort of stuff. Like yesterday we were just like trying to do consulting for this one guy, and it's like, okay, what do you have for this? And it's like he's been playing for a while, it's very obvious, but he just doesn't know how to do to make the most out of his resources. So I was wondering like, because it's one thing to go ask like, what do your supporters look like? What do all these look like? My question is though, like, what do your Magatamas look like? Because that's like a surprisingly high amount of damage where it all comes from. Like those are like a massive, like a very easy to come by resource, and just like able to like make so much more damage with them too. And not only that, it's like the armory just makes like a massive difference too. Because I had a video a long time ago about how you're supposed to make builds in this game, and how you're supposed to like get in the mindset of creating strength. That I obviously need to come back and do that again, and like make a revamped version of it, because so much about the game has changed like ever since I made that. I think like 4 years ago. Because obviously, look at this. We have so much more going on now. Like we have more characters. We have like different setups we have to consider. Like this is Total War, so I have to crit. And that's actually a lot. It's gonna be a big loss. That's a Total War is gonna have to crit. Magatamas are much more important. Like having full sets for racials and like HP and stuff like that. Like, the game has certainly changed from so many years ago. Like there's I want to say more. There's I want to say it's grown wider, but it hasn't grown too much deeper to say the least. That's the same thing. Let's try critical. How about critical rate? Let's see what that does. Though a good question still remains in the fact that whenever like they obviously introduced the fast forward feature, so you could like get Total War over with, but then it's like I think the game logic runs at like 60 FPS, and then you try to like go, and then you try to speed it up in any capacity, it causes their AI to get like totally fucked up or something, because it obviously works for the enemy, where they're just like they're zipping around and moving so much faster, and then you have like your player side characters who don't, I guess, process the logic that quickly. Oh, targeted her. Well, that's a shame. Then the targets so when you speed it up, it causes them to just like shit the bed in every capacity. I'm like, well, why? Because it's like this sort of stuff. This certainly works over there in like the arena side of things. It's even the sort of like same speed up functions they have in arena too. So it just like raises questions like, what is this trying to accomplish? Because it feels like they had good intentions with the speed up, but it landed right on its face. Oh, 17. You know, a Taimanin fighting game wouldn't be too bad at all. It would obviously be like, it would be like a Melty Blood situation, where it's like, oh, it's so cool, but nobody plays Melty Blood. That's why it's like a Discord fighter dead on arrival situation. That was less. So crit damage actually does a lot. Thank you, Mian. Thanks for dropping by, my man. Let's see. But in terms of like an actual fighting game that Taimanin would play as, but it's, I would wonder, what would that be like? Who would be like, okay, so we're gonna say like, we're gonna have a base 10 roster for like, a Taimanin fighting game. Like, who do you think would be in there in the first place? Like, we'll have a base 10 roster, and then we'll have like the battle pass for the season or something. Like it'll be 5 characters. Because obviously we're gonna have like, let's see, we're gonna have Sakura, Asagi, Yukikaze, Murasaki, Ingrid, Rinko. That's 5 already. Let's see, who else would we have? Shirinu would be good there. That's 7. Shizuru, she's pretty popular too. That's 8. I guess we could have Fuma in there as well for 9. And then Oboro for 10. Because it would just honestly make sense to have like large, pretty important legacy characters like that. Maybe you could find a way to put like Asuka in there or something like that. If you want like the all-girls roster, you could just take out Fuma or something like that. Because then they'd probably make like, I don't know, like on the first Battle Pass character, you'd have like, you know, you'd have Fuma on there. And then you'd have like Kurenai as like the second. Maybe like Hebiko. You can make a dual unit situation where you have Hebiko and like Sheikah together, so that could be like 4. And that'd be 3. And then you'd have someone like, I don't know. Maybe you could put Astaroth in there. She's all fun and games. And like maybe Aina for 5. No, Mike is pretty popular too. Maybe you could take off Aina and just use her. Yeah, Black would be like the Rugal Bernstein situation. In fact, he almost looks like him in the first. In fact, Black looks like Rugal in the first place. No picking Rugal, he's too OP. Black would be like a pretty good final boss. That's why I made the comparison to Rugal, because it's like, I think what, like super evil Rugal from one of those. It's like, oh great, I'm dead. Yeah, jump in. So I jump Black and you're basically dead. That's about it. That's usually how it goes. It's like Rugal's got his touch of death, so it's just like it's a game over as soon as it starts. $7.94. Okay. Bob, what do you have in terms of material? Okay. Increased damage dealt to all enemies. No, thank you. Machine racism. No. Girl, I need my demon ones. There we go. She has all her stuff still equipped, so I'm not too worried about that. Supernova. She got that Poopanova. But speaking of Rugal, I'm sure, I don't know if the news has made the rounds yet, but obviously everybody's favorite Saudi gamer prince has gone and, you know, he's put a lot of backing towards City of the Wolves, which is great. I'm glad it's like, you know, that's the first Garo City of the Wolves game we've had in like almost, what, 20 years? So they're really they're all behind it. And it's like, and they're putting like, and they're really going that hard in the sense it's like they have, what is it, the prize pool for like the top winner, like number 1 winner, it's not spread across a team, is like $1.5 million, and the cumulative prize pool is $2.5 million, which is honestly pretty crazy to say the least. It's like, I don't even think you get that much money when you win on like Evo or anything like that. Whether it's like Evo Europe or Japan or US, it's like you don't even win that much to take home prize money. It's like, it's honestly crazy to think about. I mean, that oil money, it shows. I just always think it's so crazy. It's like, to think, you know, a couple of guys in Japan, it's like probably a 20-person team who's working on, you know, King of Fighters and Fatal Fury. They touch the lives so very much with the people that they cause them to have like, okay, I loved it so much, I want your studio to never ever go under again. So I'm gonna buy your company, and now you're going to just have you're gonna have unlimited money now. Such an insane concept, yet it's making that money. Oh, cool. We're gonna put some stuff from Icy Mom. Yeah, Evo price pools are sub 100k. It's been 26 years since since Garu of the Wolves. It's probably not how you pronounce that, I'm sure of it, but it's like, good lord. I'm 28. Well, of course, granted, I can't fault the man for, like, he owns the company, he's gonna put in who he damn well pleases. But the thing is, though, it's like, I don't follow soccer, so it's like, Messi is... No, it's Ronaldo. I don't know who it is. See, that's how little I follow it. I just saw, like, a little video clip of him. It's like, oh, cool, he's kicking balls? That's pretty cool. But the DJ guy, it's like that. I don't listen to a lot of that music in the first place, so it's a lot like, oh well, it's cool. I mean, it's one of those sort of situations where it's like, as time goes on, we're not gonna remember who that character is. Love you, Astaroth. You're doing a really great job not hitting the enemy. Really, really good stuff. Gonna get a terrible score. But I forget the name of the DJ guy. But then they show off like what the DJ guy does in the first place. He's a joke character. He's like he's absolute fucking beans everywhere. He's designed to be like absolutely as crazy as possible, and that's good. Why can't it's literally like the prince manages to remember that these games are about having fun in the first place. All right there, man. Later, you go have good lunch with the kid. Hanging out. Because it's like, dang, we need to get to 1 million and it's not working out. 99,000. That is so bad. Newly retconned sister. Yeah, if we could ever get Carla the Bloodlord to come into the game, it's like, that would be awesome. That's great. That's like the perfect kind of joke character I like. He's an expert martial artist by scritching and scratching the sounds. And he's got like funny combos and everything like that. It's like, what is this guy? Who are you? You are insane, dude. My man is all over the place with this. It's like, haha. Not everything has to be like a super serious, like competitively viable character. Just have some fun with it. Granted, he's not going to be explicitly like terrible. He's going to play like pretty solidly. It's just that he's a comedy character. Final destination of Ark. Da, da, da. I certainly won't be able to go like, yeah, it's like I bet they're gonna hold like the tournament in like Saudi Arabia or something, where it's like, all right, the world championship for City of the Wolves, you get to play against the top players for $1.5 million, real deal money. Yeah, it would be similar. It's a similar situation to Bob. That makes a lot of sense. Asiago, what do you have on deck? Good thing we have these. I'm trying to scroll. They're already adding Ken and Chun-Li. It's like, you know, these are really nice, like, sort of, like, obviously, if you grew up during that sort of time when they had their heyday and everything like that, and, like, you finally grow up to see these franchises crossing over with each other, it's, like, it's pretty great. Because it's like, I remember when they first started, like one of the most pertinent examples being, it's like, all right, it's Capcom versus SNK. That is, like, that game didn't do too hot here from what I remember, but it's like, obviously overseas it went fucking crazy because it's like such a great concept. Two fighting game titans going up together like this to make a collaboration sort of thing. You know, like you have Marvel superheroes versus Capcom and everything like that, and the Marvel versus Capcom and how that all turned out. And then there's like Tatsunoko versus Capcom and all that sort of stuff. It just makes me wish like SNK was not played with like not very good decisions in their lifetime until they got picked up by the prince himself. She is not protect. Like, I need the power. We don't actually have anybody who deals debuffs. Crapcom Collection 2. Unbelievable. Putting them both together. Wow, it's almost like if they had some real they have some real business sense about them. It's like, oh man, these collaborative ideas working together brings in a lot of money. Serious cash. I know, it's a little bit crazy. That'll work. That lasts for a long time. Where it is. And Dawnbringer is such a cool skin for Asagi's weapons. It's like it's so awesome. Let's see, these are machines. Take those off of her because we can put that on someone else. You don't get to have those. You lost your weapon privileges. Yeah, nobody wants to share in the end. It's like, oh no, we're gonna be selfish. But we are so much stronger when we share things together. That's kind of like the whole basis of. That's literally the basis of trade and commerce, and also distribution of strength. You know, it's kind of simple stuff. Where is my fourth demon one? Let's just use it from her. Great Demon Fang! Because Ingrid is actually kind of not good here. But I was looking at the base roster for City of the Wolves, and I was thinking to myself, like, why? Where's my man Geese? Are they laying the Nightmare Geese situation to rest, or is he just going to be a DLC character? I like playing him a lot. He's one of my favorite characters in like really any fighting game. I can't do a deadly rave to save my life. Well, I could do it in Tekken, but it's like I'm way out of practice now. Because he feels like that's like Geese has always been like a really cool character to play as in the first place. You feel very strong when you lay into somebody with him. You got Deadly Rave, and then you go into like, well, if you don't have enough bar for it, he can't do Raging Storm. How good do you have to do? Is it like a hard mode no continue situation, when you're able to go fight Nightmare Geese or something? Because that's what like I had seen a little footage earlier this week about when they had some guy like bought it on release, and he was fighting Nightmare Geese, and like just like getting 2 tapped by Nightmare Geese is like, I think 30% of your health. I'm like, and he doesn't. I don't think he has like the scaling. I need 5,000 more points. Shit. Nightmare Geese is never playable in a secret boss. Oh, so that's like, oh, because they wanted to take out the urban legend aspect about Nightmare Geese. So it's like they have the conditions. We can, thanks to the wonders of technology, we can take out the guessing game of what's it supposed to do. It's like, oh, you can fight Nightmare Geese, but you have to like stand on your head, put in 3/4 backwards, and complete the game on like maximum dip switch settings with no continues. And then you can fight Nightmare Geese, and you have to beat him in that one time. Well, that's enough. I got my points. Yeah, that's Nightmare Geese for you. Because like in the video I saw, I'm like, wow, he's chunking him pretty good. And it's like, it's obviously like maximum level AI settings, so they're like reading inputs like nobody's business. Like the guy was getting in a couple of combos every once in a while, but it was just like he was getting knocked pretty hard from like some little like basic, some like little 1, 2, 3 combos from Geese. I'm like, whoa, better watch it there, bud. They don't call him the Nightmare for nothing. Like, man, he was flooring that. He was getting floored by him. That more or less also may be on like the other titles in the past, to say the least, because it's like he showed himself in the video like fighting him several times. I can only imagine how hard it is to just even get like one victory against him in the first place. Gotta do my double Rapuken, my Zaiken. Then I get my overhead kick, and then I can go into Deadly Rave with that one, or Raging Storm. Like, oh, you gotta do the pretzel, because like the pretzel itself isn't even like that crazy of a maneuver. It's just like it's 2 half circles, but it's like, oh baby, go get him. Oh, that one's not even equipped. Let's see. We need Demonic Blaster. Take that from her. We don't need that. Astaroth, what are you doing? Oh, that's right. I know. Because I don't want to use that for her. I wanted to use... No, that's right, because they share equipment. Because Phantasm is for suction. Who would do better for this? I don't have my Mr. Wonder Bear leveled up yet, so she can't come in there. If I had the gear for Nagi, she'd be pretty good for that. Oh no, let's just use regular old Sora. She stays away. She's got Demonolysis. All Geese ever wanted was soy sauce. I don't know. Soy sauce has always been something that's like here's a weird little anecdote. I've always said like soy sauce. That's something that's always stuck with me. It's like whenever I see like a bottle when I go to like the restaurant or whatever. Oh yeah. And I go, it's like, yeah, it's like, can you give me some of that soy sauce over there? It's just like, it's a part of me. I can't get rid of it. It's part of my soul. Because it's never been, nobody's ever corrected it in my life. So here I am, a grown-ass man saying, hey, can you pass me the soy sauce? I'd really like that. It's the same situation with like hash brown. It's pronounced hash brown. But I obviously don't say it like that. Shosen, it's damage down. Where is it? God's Arrow. And you wouldn't think like, oh, Mr. Wonder Bear, that must be a pretty crappy weapon if you name it like that. No. No, it's really good. It's really good even. Let's make a splash. Oh no, we got the bad spread. Oh damn, we dropped the combo. Shit. It's always been my problem with this, because it's like the fight takes so long for Spinel. Like she's able to reach max stacks, but it's also like you have to keep the stacks going at the same time. At the same time, she gets to go over there and fucking bust her wolf, the goddamn spider, right in the ass. Because I mean, it's literally Buster Wolf every time that she does it. And she just goes out there and just like revs up her rock fist, and it's like, okay, here I come, get ready. And it goes Buster, because Shazam, Buster Wolf. Are you okay? Obviously not, because she just blew up that fucking spider. Because I think for the most part, like, the big problem that's going to be, like, what happens later on is that when we're fighting these enemies, the dot gets too strong. It's already injuring a lot of my teammates in the first place. Now skill cooldown increase, which is not good. Hey, come on, buddy, get up. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of every time I see it. Ah, I dropped it. Because she literally comes out there, it's just like winds it up and like shazoom, lays that punch out, and then an explosion follows it. It's great. When are we gonna get? Where's my Terry Bogard hat for Spinel? We already have her little like she's the law around these parts. Ooh, she took a lot of damage. She probably got targeted. I cannot believe they targeted my Sora, of all people. Man, this controller is really nice. I like it a lot. I'm really glad I bought it. Feels nice to hold. It's got those nice rubber grips on it. And even then it has like really nice response too. Sadly, it doesn't like instantly turn on whenever I just use my like I turn on my computer, it wakes it up as well. I have to manually turn it on. But it's like that's like my one gripe I have with this thing, and that's about it. That's such a minor complaint too. Though I guess that really goes to show I need to age up my problems if it's a minor complaint. Heyo. Great. Dang, what is happening to Sora? Why does she keep like getting fucked up or something? Like she's taking so much damage in the first place. What's going on? Let's try that. I want to see how much of a difference it'll make if I just use her myself. She's getting hurt a lot. Because I can usually leave Spinel alone and she'll be doing okay. She'll take way more damage though. So it really is just a matter of her like keep running into enemies for some reason. It was slow, but she was okay. I wonder why that is. You're welcome. There you go. You got your coins just in time. I think they last about until Sunday, so you had certainly got your opportunities in time. There you go. That's what we're here. We got the news you can use every time. Dang, Sora didn't even have like an attack down situation. Oh my god, that couldn't have gotten any closer. Well, I mean, thanks to the archive and the way they added that in, it's like it's been such a godsend for picking up supporters everybody's missing. Kind of wish I wish we had it earlier, but I appreciate that it made it in now. Like, I hate to say it, but it is a better late than never situation. I mean, there's also the fact that you actually get like a pretty nice amount of gems out of it too. Because if you haven't acquired, because for one, if you haven't acquired the supporter before it, you also, like, when you level up the intimacy out of it, you also get the gems out of that. And then you also get the stuff for completing the event. So it's like, it's a really nice, it's actually a really nice place that we can probably tell new players to go to so they can go pick up copies of supporters to get started. Because it gives so many great resources in the first place, and then you get to also read some actually pretty fun events in the first place. Because obviously the one everybody likes to go towards is the big flat chest bonanza event that they had, like, I think it was the very beginning of the game's lifespan. I think it was like year 1 situation. Alright, it's starting to fall behind. I can feel it. Because, like, the damage is dropping off immensely, and they're dying to dots. Come on. There we go. That was rough. Oh, that was almost 2 minutes. Yeah, they certainly make some strange character choices in there, but it's that's what they do sometimes. Can't really just go like, oh well, that's how it goes for the most part. They wrote it, and we just have to live with it. It's more or less, it's like, yep, they went over there to tell a story, and that's how it turned out. Alright, the damage is now getting a little overwhelming. So now we gotta break out the big guns, because everybody's like, oh, Spinell's the one who can do it. Nah, we gotta get Miss Kurenai over here. Where are you? Where are you, Karini? Where's Kurenai? Can you find Kurenai? There she is. Well, fucking Dora the Explorer over here trying to figure out where she's at. I think the archives only give like 2 copies in the first place. Because I only have 2 copies of Onigumo. That's it. Because I only have 2 copies of her in the first place that I've gotten out of that event. Let's take that from her. Does anybody else not have equipped ones? I need to do something with all these UR ones. Probably just need to upgrade some in the first place. Well, and besides, Hanasaki Ozora is one of those really nice supporters because she's got she's got major boobage on the front porch over there. Zooey mama. Let's see. I want spammable skills for Kurenai. Need one more. What will be for that one? Sora's using that. Oh, that's right, she can't dispel that. Let's actually try that in the first place, see what happens. Very good supporters. I think she's like Hanasaki Ozora is also one of the only red supporters that modifies healing. There we go. Now we're just punching through her defense. I mean, for the most part, it's like I haven't used, I've been bad about it myself. I barely used said archive in the first place. Like, I did it the one time, but I've honestly never felt a need to go do it again. Well, she's certainly doing a hell of a lot of damage out of it. It really just goes to show just how strong it is of an effect. I know. I was wondering, like, why can't I get more out of this? It's because I need her to do more damage. I was wondering, like, why is it not getting? Why is Kurenai not getting a lot out of this? Oh, she needs to do more defense down. That's why. Oh, whoops. I don't need, no, we can do that. Let's go, because I want to try to push to 100 with this. She'll be fine there. We'll make defensive Shizuru. Saruga, Furfur, and Rika. Well, those are pretty good because Furfur and Saruga. Well, do you already have like a maxed out copy of Sakuragi Saruga? Because if you don't, go get her because that's a good one. That's a really good one because it's Miss Crit Cat. You can't go wrong with her. We'll change hers out. Where's the super hot summer Shizuru? That's the battles. That's the cattle scarred one. There we go. The golden week is upon us. Let's put that in there. I forget which one Rika is. Can you describe what she is in the first place? Because I honestly forget. Really, does Gale Slash not apply? No, it's not. It's not doing it. Yes, I do recommend picking Miss Sakuragi Saruga. She's the better choice of the of those. Ooh, 7,900 damage on criticals. Ooh. Huh. It doesn't apply it. Why? Because like she's certainly doing like all the damage in the world, but it's like it ain't doing shit. Well, if we're gonna do just straight damage, then let's get the best VR bonus we could ever get. Because it's able to hit small mooks. I guess it's because since the Spider Queen is so big, and Kurenai only does damage on the through slash. There we go, girls. Pile on the defense down. That's what I like to see. All those sound effects layering on top of each other. If you guys ever played Borderlands before, they have like the penetration ability on Zero. It's called Bore, so it's like an inherent passive sort of situation. So whenever you like properly do an attack that pierces through the enemy in the first place, all the sound effects get layered on top of each other because you're piercing like 5 hitboxes at once, and it's like it gets super loud because of it. It's actually a very satisfying sound effect when you hear it, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to do like 7 billion damage to you because this game is coded fucking weird. It is very nice because it's like one of my favorite things about the game is like farming bosses, and when you use Zero and you have Bore active, any boss that has like a gigantic hitbox, like the bunker, which is this big gigantic flying rectangle, and because it's a big rectangle that doesn't point up, it points horizontally. You can shoot through the entire rectangle and just do massive upon massive amounts of damage. Like you just go from like seeing it go from full HP to none in like less than a second, because the game is weird, very, very weird. And the thing is, it's not even like damage dependent or anything like that. It's like it scales like I think exponentially or something. So like the more layers you are piercing through or something, the more damage you end up doing. There's some sort of calculation that somebody else has made that I don't remember. But what happens there is like they have people who go on like the highest level setting in the game, and then like try to bore a boss to death using a level 1 gun. Like the first gun you get in the game, it has like no special properties or anything like that, and that gun's damage is like 9. These enemies have like hundreds of millions of health, and they're just able to go like ding ding ding, the boss is dead instantly. And it's insanely loud when it happens too. Because I think I've done that on like when we played Borderlands like 2 years ago. That was fun. I think that, no, I didn't get to do that with the sniper. We played Gunzerker because that was cool. That was playing from scratch again like that. That was fun. But I love it when games get the ability for you to do that. It's like, all right, you want to do something like totally ridiculous and stupid? Here you go. Here's the tools to do it. See, that's how I know I hit some penetration, because Kurenai just instantly like deletes the health off of something. Like I don't have to do anything special with Kurenai. I just have to sit there and bash straight into them until they're dead. I think that like they're on like getting ready to make Borderlands 4 from what I remember. Because I guess you could almost say it's like Borderlands is like the Zoomer Diablo or something like that, because they both have like that sort of like scaling loot mentality thing and like unique effects that you have to look out for. Because that sort of thing is like, I like it, but there's only so much I can like of it. It gets pretty tiresome, to say the least. The what? No, no. It's like no. It's like the aging gamer sentiment is setting in. It's like do kids still play Diablo? Do they still play Borderlands, or is that just too antiquated now? I imagine it would be for like, because even the references inside Borderlands 2 are like were dated immediately. I mean, like, I think it was like 2015, 2016. I remember I like played a lot of Diablo 3. And then after that, like when I got through my thing about Diablo 3, I went and played Path of Exile. I liked Path of Exile a lot. But I kind of realized that my biggest problem with those series are, in the first place, is that they have, you have to click to move. I detest that. I didn't like it when I was playing them normally. And I didn't like it when I was like when I think about that, because like I don't want to do that. I have to effectively just buy a mouse specifically if I want to play those games, because I'm just gonna like beat the shit out of it the entire time. Because it's like I don't want to. I want to like either like hold down a button or like use the control stick to move my character around. So when I heard that it's like, okay, now we're gonna have Path of Exile's movement is supported. You can have like just do your shit by, I don't know, moving the control stick around to move your character. Grim Dawn had that, and I liked that a little bit more. But it's like Grim Dawn did not have the sort of like depth I wanted out of something like Path of Exile. Because Path of Exile has the depth I like, but I just hated the movement in it. Because if I could just assign them to like buttons or something, I'd be a little bit more into it. Go get him, Kurenai. Yeah, hit him in the back. That's just always so satisfying to see the infrared proc. It just goes from 2000 to 2 in like 1 second. That's how I know. It's like that's what penetration does. It's like, okay, the defense calculation is now 0. So now we have other defensive modifiers affecting it now, and it's like probably in like the negatives or something. I try not to hold animosity about situations like that where it's like, all right, you can't tell us. Great. It's like, I just would rather be able to just tell somebody about how this works instead of having to take like the guess we've got. God, they got Kerr and I just like fucking swimming underwater at that rate. You know what would be a good idea? It's like we're about halfway through on Metal Gear Solid 3. Maybe it'd be a good time to like introduce like another Sonic game into the rotation again, because like that'd be fun. Because it's like I really enjoyed. I haven't completed I guess Sonic Adventure in probably like over a decade at this point, so that'd be a good one to put back in there in the first place. Because I do enjoy me some Sonic Adventure. I like that a lot. Because there's either that or it's like, all right, I love Metal Gear Solid 3. I prefer it more than 1 and 2 because of what you do in it. But it's like, I'm a bit in the Sonic mood. I really like what the blue blur blings of the label. Because those games are always fun for the most part. Because I think the last time we played a Sonic game was Shadow Generations. I forgot how short that game was. In the sense that it's like, oh, damn, I completed the whole thing in fucking, I think it was like 4 or 5. I think it was like 5 or 6 hours, which was nice. Because I liked it a lot. I think I actually like on my own time I went back and I got all S ranks for the for all the mission for like at least all the like the first rounds set of missions. Because when you beat the game one time, you unlock hard mode. And I was like, I tried hard mode myself. Like, what does it bring to the table? The missions are certainly harder. The enemies have more health, and they've changed the layout of certain things. But it's like cool. That's a thing I need to invest a lot more time in, and I'm not exactly wanting to do that. At least not at this time. So at that point, I was like, all right, I'll just, oh, she killed it, damn it. So at that point, I was like, all right, I'll just play it to get all the S's. That was an adventure, to say the least, because I think I spent like 3.5 hours like getting all the leftover S's I didn't pick up. And the hardest one I had the time with was Radical Highway. Radical Highway No Wings. Because they have 2 categories for it. It's just Radical Highway with and without wings. With wings was like super easy. I think I got that in like 4 or 5 tries. Without wings was super hard because it's like you have to find out all these shortcuts to just do anything for the most part. Because when you play the levels with wings, you can just make like these massive shortcuts and like skip everything. I love my rock and roll bulldozer Kurenai. I hope Sora gets something as something as strong as infrared and ultraviolet. Because what an amazing tool this is. It's like if you want to push, you go to get ultra, you get the weapon. You get it to like 3.5 and that's about it. You'll be hitting 100 on everything, about everything besides Ingrid. Ingrid's a fucking bitch and just makes it like, it makes life so hard. Because I was talking with some people like the other day about Sonic Adventure, and like the most enduring legacy about Sonic Adventure is like, what is it, that fucking video that's like Sonic did not have a good transition into 3D, that sort of stuff. And people talking about like the Sonic levels from that game, because like it's a really good feeling game to say the least, because it has like a lot of fun stuff you can do inside of it. Because I remember I was wanting, oh wow, that was a critted bleed, so she's gonna die if I'm not careful. Uh-oh, that killed her. But Sonic Adventure is mostly nice and relaxing until at least you get to perfect chaos, and then the game actually gets kind of hard. Like, it's just one stage, but it's like it still takes me, like, I think, like 1 or 2 attempts every time. There's like a minimum speed value you need to hit to actually like blow up chaos, and it's like I just sometimes I just don't hit it, and it's like I gotta start over. Then you gotta start over, and you're low on rings. It's a whole thing. But what I wanted to specifically to do with Sonic Adventure was I wanted to like experience it with the Dreamcast restoration mod, where it takes the PC version of the director's cut and it reapplies the broken effects that it has from the Dreamcast version. Because I was like, I obviously we're playing the Dreamcast version on an emulator, and it's like it was really cool. So I want to try that with all the bells and whistles of the PC version. Is there anything else we gotta do? 9. I think I missed one because I've been going to sleep earlier in the week. Dang, that sucks. Alright. But that'll be enough for today. We went over some stuff with Sora, got her leveled up and checked her out for the most part. So we're ready to see what she's going to look like in terms of making changes. It was a good bout of leveling. We got our news down and everything like that, and had a fun time regardless. Thank you once again for stopping by, everybody. It was a great time regardless. We had lots and lots of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, everybody, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.